In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, holy be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, as we forgive those who sins against us. Do not bring us to the test, but deliver us from evil. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. So again, this is we are still on techniques of integration, and in particular, integration by trigonometric transformation. Continuation of what we had last time. So we were able to cover case 1. And in case 1, to recall, that is integral of powers of sine and cosine. If the integrand takes the form of integral of sine to the m u cosine to the n u du, where either m or n is a positive odd integer greater than or equal to 3, then you can use these transformations, okay? The following identities. So if you want to transform, for instance, power of sine, so you're going to use this. Sine squared equals 1 minus cosine squared u. And then for power of cosine, we have cosine squared u equals 1 minus sine squared u. Okay, guys? So we had already 2 examples before. So we are now on the third one. Now this third example is under case 1 because here m is equal to 7 and n here is equal to 6. So one of them is what? Is odd. One of the two, no? If both odd, you have to choose the smaller one so that it will not be difficult when you expand. So again, one is odd. So and the one that is odd is m, which is the exponent of sine. So what we're going to transform is this power of sine. So to be able to transform sine to the 7y, so and apply sine squared equals 1 minus cosine squared, we have to express this sine to the 7y in terms of product of quadratic power times the linear sine. Quadratic power of sine times what? Times the linear sine. Okay? Then copy the rest. So here, this one becomes sine raised to 2. So that is quadratic power. So sine squared of y. Now, since we're going to have it to the 7, so this is 3. So this is now 6. Then copy cosine to the 6. Y. Now to complete the exponent 7, we have to multiply by sine y. And that is to be incorporated to dy. Okay, guys? Yan. So this is now 7, no? The exponent 6 plus 1, 7 again. The one that is an odd power of either sine or cosine, for this case, sine. So you're going to transform that into quadratic power times the linear. And then check to complete the exponent. And for this case, we have to complete the 7, okay? Now, transforming this, so this is the one that is to be transformed. This part, this is to be transformed. So, to be able to transform that, we are going to apply what identity, guys? Again, guys, what identity? We have 1 minus cosine squared, na? Y quantity cube. And then times cosine to the 6y times sine of y dy. So how to expand this binomial in form raised to 3? So this is not really binomial, no? Because binomial is for polynomial. So this is polynomial in cosine. So this means it is binomial in terms of cosine, no? So we have 1. So how to cube a minus b form? So to recall, this is equal to a cubed minus 3 a squared b plus 3a b squared minus b cubed. The sign alternates, no, from positive to negative. And look at the powers of a decreasing, powers of b increasing. And the coefficients 1, -3, +3, -1. So applying this, we have 1 cubed, so that is 1, minus 3 times the square of the first, which is 1, times the second, and the second is cosine squared y, then plus 3 times the first times the square of the second, so getting what? Getting cosine to the fourth. Cosine to the fourth, then of y. Then the last term, we have minus. So this is cosine to the third, I mean to the sixth, no? So cosine to the sixth when you cube it. Okay, guys? Then times cosine of y, and this is raised to 6, no? This cosine. Times the possible differential later of cosine. So let us now distribute. So distribute cosine to the sixth y inside, and then applying integration term by term. So we get, for the first term, we have cosine to the sixth y times 1 is cosine to the sixth y minus 3 cosine to the 8th. Check my exponent, guys, ha? Plus 3 cosine to the 10th power, and then minus cosine to the 12 of y. And then times sine y dy. Okay? But the derivative of sine is equal to what? So if my u is sine y, I mean cosine, for each term, du is what? Negative sine y dy. So meaning, I'm going to insert here negative 1 as a factor, and then I'm going to have negative of each of the term. So that's the terms inside will change in sign every term, no? So we get integral of guys, still alive, guys? Guys.
Yes po, sir.
So we have negative, because I'm going to put negative here together with sine y dy. So we have cosine to the 6, negative cosine to the 6th y, plus 3 cosine to the 8. But you can do that mentally. So, no? So just think of that, you put negative, and then you automatically put negative in every term. No? So you can do that mentally if you want. Minus 3 cosine to the 10th y, and then plus cosine to the 12th y quantity multiplied to negative sine y dy. So this will serve as the u of every what? I mean this cosine. The u of every term. And this is the du, no? Okay, guys? This is du. Yan. And this is u of every term. Ito yung u to the n sub 1. Ito ang u to the n sub 2. This is u to the n sub 3. And this is used to the n sub 4. Okay? We have 4 terms. So, giving 4 integrals. So, the first one, negative. So, negative u to the n du. So, we have u to the n plus 1 over n plus 1. Then plus 3 times u to the n plus 1 again. Then cosine to the 9 over 9. Minus 3 times cosine to the 11 of y, cosine to the 11y, then over 11. And then for the last term, we now have cosine to the 13y all over 13. Then added plus c. Okay? So let's simplify. So I think this coefficient, we can simplify that. So 1 over 7 cosine to the 7y. 1/3, no? 1/3 cosine to the 9y minus 3 over 11. Cosine to the 11y. And then finally, 1 over 13 cosine to the 13y. Okay, guys? Then, of course, don't forget plus c. Do you have any question with this, guys? Okay, so let's have the last one for case 1. Number 4. So we have, let's say, we're given e to the x cosine of 3 e to the x, and the exponent of cosine is, let's say, 9. Then we have dy, and then all over, sorry, that is supposed to be dx. No? I'll just change. Okay. So that is dx all over cosecant to the, let me have it, I want this to be, let me change problem. Let us have this to the 15th, and then this one is to the 9th. Of 3 to the 3e to the x. Okay, guys? Okay. What about this? First, let's see if this can be expressed in the form of in the form of sine to the m, cosine to the n. No? Let's check. The dogs are noisy. We have e to the x that is possible to be differential of e to the x. So the argument is 3e to the x for the cosine and cosecant. So it means e to the x should be part of the dx. Okay, guys? So we have here cosine to the ninth. When you bring it up, that is sine to the ninth. Remember, 1 over cosecant, that is sine. Okay? So that is sine to the ninth. Three e to the x, and then times cosine to the 15th of 3 e to the x, then times e to the x dx. Now here we identify that m is equal to 9, n is 15. Huh? Okay, guys? So this is equal to so we have here, the dogs are disturbing us. Sine to the 9, cosine to the 15. So here, which one is odd? Both actually, no? Now, of course, you can choose any of the two. But if you're going to choose 15, it will be more difficult to expand, no? So choose the one that is smaller so that it will not be difficult when you transform and then expand. So here I am going to transform the one that is what? The one that is smaller between the two odd. Again, you can choose any of the two. But if you're smart, of course, you have to choose the smaller one so that it is not difficult to expand, okay? So we are going to express sine in terms of what? In terms of quadratic power. So this is now sine squared of 3 e to the x. Okay, guys? Then raised to complete the 9, because we are going to segregate one linear sign. So we are going to have it to the 4th. So this is now to the 8. Right, guys? So this is now to the 8. And then later, we're going to segregate linear sign, and we will be putting it together with the e to the x dx. So then times cosine to the 15, we just copy this. 3 e to the x, then times sine, the linear sine of 3 e to the x, then times e to the x dx, okay? Let us put that before the sign, that e to the x. So we have here dx, and then e to the x here in front, okay? So we now have which is to be transformed. So this quadratic. So transform this, applying what identity, guys? Guys, what identity am I going to apply? Guys, 1 minus cosine squared of 3 e to the x quantity to the fourth. And this is cosine of 3 e to the x, and then the exponent is 15 times e to the x sine of 3 e to the x dx. Okay, guys? So let's now expand. If you want, you can apply also simple U substitution here if you're confused. So you can say that our U, for instance, cosine e to the 3x, because later we are going to have like this, no? 3 e to the x. And what's the du here, guys? 3 e to the x. Derivative of 3 e to the x is 3 e to the x. But the derivative of cosine is what? Negative. Negative sine of this 3 e to the x. Okay? Then multiplied by dx. Again, what's the derivative of cosine? Negative sine. Derivative of its argument, 3 e to the x. So this is du over what? Du over negative 3, no? So we now have integral 1 minus, what is cosine? U. So u is squared. So that is our what? Our u, cosine. It is raised to 2. So you have u squared. And then quantity to the fourth. Then cosine, this cosine to the 15 is u to the 15. Then e to the x sine 3 e to the negative, e to sine 3 e to the x times dx. Again, e to the x times sine 3 e to the x is equal to du over negative 3. That is du over negative 3. Is that clear, guys? We can put the negative 1/3 outside. Guys, can you follow, guys? So that it is not bulky, no? Because there are, if you're going to put it as in terms of u, then at least less to right, no? Guys? So we now have this as what? Let's now expand. Put the negative 1/3 out, and then expand this at the same time. So how to expand binomial of the form a minus b raised to 4? You can apply Pascal's triangle or binomial theorem, no? For expansion for this. So we have a to the fourth minus 4 a cubed. As the power of a decreases, the power of b increases, plus 6, I think. In Pascal's triangle, 1, 1 here, 2, 1 at the extremes, and then 1, then add 3, 3, then 1 again at that extreme right, then extreme left 1, then add 4, add 6, add 4, extreme right 1. So this 1, 4, 6, 4, 1 will serve as what? As the coefficients, no? So we have 1, 4, 6, then the sign alternates, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. 6a cubed, nasaan na tayo? Negative 4a cubed plus 6a squared. And then b squared now. Power of b increases. Then minus 4a b cubed. And then plus b to the fourth, the last term. I still remember this, guys? Guys, That expansion. So let's now expand. So we have 1 minus 4 times cube of A1 is what? 1 still, no? Still 1. And then B. B is U squared. And then plus 6. Then square ng A, 1. Square of B. So that is U to the 4th. And then minus 4 times 1. Then times cube of U squared, U to the 6. Then finally, raised to 4, yet that U squared, U to the 8. Okay, guys? Guys, am I still with you guys?
Opo, sir.
Nalulula na. Talagang ganyan. Kaya medyo, dapat supposed to be, this is before by parts, but there are so many cases we're not able to finish, and since included in prelim, so I started with this, by parts, no, rather than this. So then we now have integration term by term. Okay, so for every integration that we're going to have, you are going to negate, but of course don't forget text to multiply U to the 15 inside, no? So let's do that. So we multiply U to the 15, then may multiplier tayong 1/3. Okay? Negative 1/3. We have, let's multiply that inside. So we have U to the 15 times 1 times negative 1/3, negative 1/3, U to the 15 plus 4/3 now, no? Positive. U squared times U to the 15 is U to the 17. Check my product, guys. Minus now, no? 6 over negative 3. So that is what? Negative 2. Am I right, guys? 2 U to the 19. And then plus again 4/3 U to the 21. And then finally negative 1/3 U to the 23rd. Okay, guys? So let's now integrate every term. 1/3 U to the 16 over 16. So that is 1 over 48. Am I correct, guys? 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 Ano nasagot? Guys? Where's my calculator?
Opo, sir.
Is it 48, 3 times 16? Then plus 4/3. 4 times 18, no? Divided by 3. So 24. So this is now 24 U to the 18. U to the 20 over 20. So that is 1 over 10 U to the 20th power. Then plus 22 ang exponent now, no? And so 4 times 4 times, tama ba? 4 times 8, no, mali, tarang mali yung 24. Hoy, guys, di naman itong mga ito nakikinig eh. 4 divided by 3 divided by 18. 2 over 24. 7. Again, 4 divided by 3 divided by 18. 2 over 27. Then, what about this? 4 divided by 22 divided by 3. 2 over 33. 2 over 33. Then, u to the 22. Fine. Bakit naging 33 the denominator? Di ba? Over 22 times 4/3, that is 2 over 33. Then minus 1 over 3 times. Ang denominator nito magiging 24 times 3. 24 times 3, 72. Check guys, may multiplication na. Guys.
Tama po, sir.
Then u to the 24. Then plus c. Okay? Then all we have to do is to put it back to in terms of cosine. Okay guys? Yan. Kakasya pa ba? Let's fit it. I think we can make it still in this slide. Let's move here. What is nice in this blackboard of mine, I can move, no? Our blackboard is high-tech. Negative 1 over 48. What is u, guys? Cosine. E to the x. So then times 3, not 3. E to the x. Okay? So raised to 16 times 3 e to the x, then plus 2 over 27 cosine raised to 18, then 3 e to the x minus 1 over 10 u, which is cosine to the 20, no, u to the 20th power, 3 e to the x, plus 2 over 33, cosine of, so this is 3 e to the x, what's the exponent? 22. Duduling na ako. Then minus 1 over 72 cosine to the 24 of 3 e to the x. Okay? Then plus c. Yan, eksakto yung space. Any question here, guys? Before I proceed to the next case? Guys.
None po, sir.
Okay. So now let's move to case 2. How did we number that? Case 1, then case 2. So let me just copy this. All I have to change the condition. Here, I'm going to make it case 2. And then erase this part. So again, for case 2, if the integrand takes the form integral of sine to the mu cosine to the nu du, it's still same form with case 1 except for the condition where both m and n, don't be carried away, ha? Normally, pag sinabing m and n, sorry, I'm carried away. So we have what? Where both m and n are positive even integers. Okay, guys? Where both m and n are positive even integer. Positive even integers. Then use the transformation. So meaning use the following identities. So whatever is appropriate, we have these identities. There are three identities that you can choose, no? So sine u, cosine u. Remember, if this is times 2, it is sine 2u. But if I solve sine u, cosine u, 1/2 sine of what? 2u. Okay? And then we have cosine is sine. Let's start with sine squared. U is equal to. Remember half an angle formula? If this is 1/2, here is cosine here, cosine u. If this is u, we have cosine 2u. So we have now 1 minus. If you have sine squared sine, subtract. Minus, no? Cosine of, we double this. 2u all over 2. And then finally, cosine squared u. So that is equal to, this time cosine means combined. So we copy 1, but this time plus, no? Plus cosine, then double 2u all over 2. So any of this, no? Depending on whatever is appropriate. And sometimes after transformation, you will get a term, an integral, that is also case 1. Okay? So now what's the strategy of solving this case? So this will be seen in the given examples. But actually, this case 2 have special cases. So my conditions here, both m and n are positive even integers. But it is possible also for n to be 0. That is not positive. So we're going to have that special case, no? If n is, let's say, 0, but m is positive even, so we will be still considering it as case 2. Okay? So for special case, have special cases. So for special cases, we have the following integral. So we have integral of sine to the m u du. So that form. And then the other one, we have integral of cosine to the nu du. Okay, guys? Here, cosine is absent. We have only sine to the m, but m here is supposed to be even. If m is even, still under case 2, although there is no presence of cosine. If, let's say, sine is not, the power of sine is not present, but you have cosine to the n, where n is even, is still under case 2. Okay, guys? So let's have the following examples. So let's start with This number one. Number one, let's say we're given sine squared integral of, let's copy our beautiful integral sign. Guys, still present, guys? Hi, guys, still alive?
Yes po, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Let's say I have sine squared 1/2 x cosine squared 1/2 x dx. Here we identify m as what? As 2, and n is also 2. Are they both even, guys? Yes, na? So, and this is integral of powers of sine and cosine, product of sine and powers of sine and cosine. Since they are both even, it is under case 2. So, these are the transformations that you can possibly use. So, the technique is, first, you have to form a product of product of sine and cosine, linear cosine, product of this, raised to common possible exponent, highest possible exponent. Ano ang common na exponent ng sine and cosine na possible na highest for them? Guys, ano yung common exponent ng sine cosine na possible na maging highest exponent for them? Guys.
2, sir.
2. So magpo-form tayo ng linear sine, linear, so 1/2 x, linear cosine, cosine of 1/2 x, raised to highest possible common exponent. Anong highest possible common? 2. Okay, so wala nang natira. Dx. And then, we're going to transform this. See this sine u, cosine u? I'm going to transform this product into a single function. So this is to be transformed. Okay, guys? So we now have integral so this is equal to this part. We have 1/2 of 1/2. So, but what is sine 1/2, cosine 1/2? 1/2 of sine 2u. So meaning we double the argument. It is just x. Is that clear, guys? Raised to 2, no? The exponent is 2. Again, sine 1/2 x, cosine 1/2 x is 1/2 sine x. Then multiplied by dx. Now, this gives us 1/4. This is equal to 1/4. I put it out times the integral of sine squared x dx. Is this clear, guys? Guys, is this clear? But sine squared x can be transformed again because that is even. As long as it is even, you can apply this case 2, no? So this is even case. So this is even case. So sine squared x can be transformed. We transform this into what? By anyone? Guys? Huh?
1
Domingo?
Cos 2u over 2.
So it is 1 minus cos 2u, meaning 2x, no? All over 2. Okay? So 1/4. Integral of let's have here 1 minus cosine 2u. No, our u is x. So it is 2x all over 2 dx. Okay, guys? That's now simpler, no? Compared to the original one. So 1 over 8 integral of dx, then minus 1 over 8, okay, guys, integral of cosine 2x dx. Am I correct? So this is 1 over 8x. What is the integral of dx? X minus 1 over 8. I'm going to put 2 balanced by 1/2. What is now the integral? Do I have to put that? You can do this mentally, no? So it is now, or do I have to write? Let me write for the benefits of the others. Times 2. So this is simple trigonometric. Integral of cosine u du. Cosine u du, I put 1/2 outside because I put 2 inside. So 1 over 8x minus 1 over 16, and then multiplied by sine 2x, which is the integral of cosine. Okay? Let's see. A question, guys, here? Guys? Ano question with this?
Wala po, sir.
Okay. So let's now have the second one. So let's have number 2. We have integral of let me have sine. Let's say we have sine to the 4th theta cosine squared theta d theta. So here, m is what? M is 4. What about n? N is 2. So again, they are both even. So case 2, no? So what we do, what is the first step again, guys? Domingo, what is the first step? You have to form product of linear sine and cosine raised to what? Raised to common, highest common exponent. What is the possible exponent common to linear sine and cosine that we're going to form? Guys. What is common, guys?
2.
2, highest, no? Yan. So, least common, greatest common, what we call this? Number, greatest common number between 4 and 2, no? So, we now have, what is the remaining? Sine squared, no? Because this is sine squared, so we need what? Sine squared more, no? Then, times what? D theta. So, complete now, no? So, we have cosine squared times sine squared is sine to the 4th. Okay? And then, we transform that. So, we transform this. So, how to transform? That is 1/2 sine of 2u, but u is theta. So 2 theta, it is now 2 theta. raised to 2, and then multiplied by sine squared, no? So, but sine squared satisfies also the condition. This is even. So, this is quadratic, and I can transform that into 1 minus cosine double the angle 2 theta all over 2. So, d theta. So, it means this is also to be transformed. Yan. Okay, guys? Guys, did you get that?
Yes,
Medyo
sir.
pinakamahirap actually yung case na yan. Yung case 2. Medyo laborious ang kanyang solution, no? We now have, let's put the constant out. What constant can we move outside, guys? Anyone?
What,
Guys?
sir?
1/4 times 1/2. What's the total?
1/8, sir.
1/4, so 1/8. Again, where did I get the 1/8? This is 1/4 times 1/2, 1/8. This is sine squared 2 theta times 1 d theta. So that is d theta minus 1 over 8. Remember, we have 1 over 8. Then integral of sine squared times cosine. So we have sine squared theta cosine, 2 theta cosine 2 theta. Am I correct, guys? Guys, did I distribute the sine squared correctly in these terms? 1 minus 1 and cosine 2 theta negative? Okay, so now the first integral is case 2 again. So we're going to transform that. Remember our title, integration by trigonometric transformation. So we keep on transforming as long as there is an integrand satisfying, or part of the integrand satisfying the condition. So this is even. So we transform that again. Many students don't want this part, no? This topic. So we now get 1 minus cosine, double the angle, 4 theta, all over 2. Then d theta. The second integral is now ready for evaluation. Guys, it's now ready. What's the integral? I have to put 2 balanced by. Do I have to write the details? So I'm going to put 2 balanced by 1/2. No? So times 1/2, because I'm going to put 2 later. So we have sine u, that is u to the n, and this is the du. I have to put 2, then copy cosine two theta, d theta. So this is now general power formula. U integral of u to the n du. So equals 1 over, can we do that? 1 over 16. 1 over 16 d theta minus 1 over 16 because I'm planning to multiply inside by 4. So I will put a space. Then, cosine what? Cosine for theta times times 4, balance outside by 1/4, d theta, so cosine u du. Then minus 1/16. What's the integral, guys? Guys, what's the integral? U to the n plus 1 all over, so over n plus 1. Okay? So let's now evaluate the remaining integrals. 1/16 theta minus 1/32, 64. Integral cosine u du, sine u. And then finally, 1/48 sine cubed 2 theta. Then your favorite plus C. Any question with this, guys? Guys?
Wala po, sir.
Okay. So let's have number 3. This integral. Yeah. Kaya ito yung topic na marami ayaw. So let's say this time we're given integral of sine to the 4th, 1/4 x cosine to the 8th. Ang ingay naman ng aking St. Bernard. Lakas tumahol, no? Naririnig nyo, guys?
Opo, sir.
May nakikita siyang dog eh. May nakikita siyang dog sa labas. Ayan. Okay, so let's now identify m. So this is integral of product of powers of sine and cosine, no? Even powers both, no? Okay, guys? So what is our m here? 4. Our n, 8. So what's the first step, children? We have to form linear sine, linear cosine, raised to highest possible exponent. So that is 4. So then it's a remaining cosine to the 4th. Am I correct, guys? Guys, we cannot control the situation outside. Sabagay, even in real face, you will hear the sound of the jeep, the bus. If the window is, let's say, of your school, is along the road. Guys, am I correct? 4 plus 4, 8, no? Sine to the 4th. Okay, now? So we now have what? Integral of what is to be transformed. Let's transform this now. What is the transformation, guys? So 1/2 sine, double the argument. So 1/2 of the argument is 1/4, no? Guys? So this is 1/4 x, no? I think I missed the 1/4. The x. 1/4 x, then dx. So double, that is 1/2 x raised to 4. Then I will transform this into cosine squared. Cosine squared is 1 plus cosine double. So 1/2 x all over 2. But this is cosine squared. This is raised to 4. Cosine squared, I mean raised to 2. Then dx. Oh guys, did you get that part? Guys, this part, guys, and this part, I will write here so that you are guided. So that is cosine squared 1/4 x raised to what? Raised to 2. And this is when transformed will be this. Okay, guys? And this is equal to, let's now compute the numerical coefficients. Or help me. When this is raised to 2, what is now, guys, the coefficient? Raised to 2. So the denominator is 4. So 1/4. This is raised to 4, the 1/2. Oh, how much now, guys? 1/2 times, raised to 4, that is 1/16. Okay, guys? Guys.
Yes, sir.
1/16 plus 1, times 1/4. It is 1/64. Am I correct? The total numerical coefficients. And then this is sine what? Sine squared raised to 2. So this is sine squared. Do I have to write that? Sige na nga, sulat ko. Sine 1/2, you're going to form, because this is still even power, you're going to form a quadratic, because every quadratic should be transformed into 1 minus cosine 2u or 1 plus cosine 2u. And of course, both divided by 2, no? So this is quantity squared times, then we expand this. What is the expansion? 1 minus, plus 2 cosine 1/2 x plus cosine squared 1/2 x. Then multiply by dx. And this is equal to 1/64 integral of, let's transform this, 1 minus cosine double the angle x. Okay, guys? Guys. Over. Okay, guys. Did you get that, guys? Times. Ay, naku, wala na yata akong kausap, guys. Ay, guys. Wala na akong kausap. Ay, guys.
Yes,
Wala
po,
na yata
sir.
akong kausap. Okay? Let's revise this one. I think there is a better approach than this. I will be reserving this because I'm going to expand this. Let's write that step by step. This is sine to the fourth. Sine to the fourth 1/2 x then times, expand this. So this is when expanded. That's the expansion. Okay? And that is equal to, so instead of transforming this, so let's retain that. And then distribute inside. We have sine to the fourth, 1/2 x dx plus 1/32, 1/64 times 2, integral of sine to the fourth, 1/2 x cosine 1/2 x, and this is by general power formula. Ready now for integration. The last integral is 1/64, integral of sine to the fourth, 1/2 x cosine squared 1/2 x dx. Okay, guys? Again, this is case what? Even case, no? Yan, even case. This is to be transformed into integral of. Express this as power of quadratic power. And what is this equal to, guys? Sine squared 1/2 x raised to 2. Express that as a quadratic power because this is still even case. Actually, yan yung special case, no? And then 1/32. What about this, guys? I am going to put 1/2 balanced by 2. Am I correct, guys? So this is, okay, guys. So we have sine to the fourth, 1/2 x times what? I will put again 1/2 because if my u is sine 1/2 x, my du is 1/2 cosine 1/2 x times dx. My n is 4. Then for this, again, this is to be transformed. Integral of, what is the transformation? I will have it sine, linear sine 1/2 x, linear sa cosine 1/2 x raised to common exponent, highest, so that is 2 times, there is a remaining sine squared 1/2 x dx. Okay, guys? Okay, guys. This is 1/64 integral of 1 minus cosine, transform this, double the angle, that is x, over all over 2. But this is just sine squared raised to 2. Yan, dx. Walang katapusan ano yan eh, transformation. Hanggat may nasasatisfy, you transform. U, integral u to the n du. U to the n plus 1, yan, hanggang maubos. Yan. Yan ang gagawin nyo, no? Yan. Kaya hindi madaling mag-engineering, no? Basahin nyo ang history ng engineering sa India. I tell you, talagang medyo madugo ang engineering sa kanila. And it's hard to be in engineering, to be admitted in engineering. So this is integral of, this is what? 1/2 sine double the angle, then raised to 2 times transform 1 minus double the angle all over 2. Ayan, nauubos na. Ito, ready na yan. Later, pero meron pang ita-transform. Umaabot ko minsan ng isang bond paper yan eh. Kaya pag quiz sa face-to-face, puro blanco. Walang makopya pag face-to-face eh. Kung hindi ka talaga nag-practice here, nakakalito ang transformation. 1 over 20, 1 over 128 dx, 1 over, ano yung 64 times 4? Ay guys, tumulong naman. 64 times 4 is what, guys? 256.
56 po.
So 1 over 256. Integral of 1 minus 2 cosine theta. Ay, theta tuloy. Cosine x plus cosine squared x. Cosine squared x. Kasi kung sa marunong na bata ko, sine squared, ita-transform na agad yon. O kaya na? Ta-transform ko na? 1 plus cosine double the angle. Okay guys? All over 2. Yan. Kulong. Alam mo ginawa, children? Guys, this is cosine squared x dx plus 1 over, what is that equal to, guys? 30 times, 16 times 5, that is 80. Sine to the fifth, 1/2 x. And then, let me pass this time, 1/4, 1/2, 1 divided by 64 plus 1 divided by 4 times 1 divided by 2, 9 over 64. Mali yata. 1 divided by 64 times 1 divided by 4 plus 1 divided by 2. That is 129 over 256. Am I correct, guys? Okay, guys. Naku, wala na akong kausap. Wala na sila. Languna. No? Talagang pag face-to-face ito, lahat talagang ang mata tigok. Pirit ng mga mata rito. Thus, this is sine squared. X times 1 dx minus 1 over 129 over 256 integral of sine squared x cosine x dx. O to, ready natin for integration. O malapit nang maubos. Guys. Okay guys. Bakit ba may 129 ako dito? Parang mali yan. No? Kasi wala namang numerator eh. Ano yung product? Ay, hindi kasi natutong itong mabatang ito eh. 1 divided by 64 times 1 divided by 4 times 1 divided by 2. 512 pala. 512. Ay, naku, ang hirap mag-multiply. Lahat nakatingin lang. Wala namang gustong tumulong mag-multiply. 512. Yan. Yan ang mga common error eh. Yung mga coefficients. Okay, guys? Okay, guys. Ay, naku, ayaw sumagot. Yan ang problema. Lilipat tayo ng slides. So I have to copy this thing. Copy. Ay. Is this the next slide? Okay. Oh, here we go, guys. That's the problem. Let's now Go back to the business. 1 over 256. What is the integral of 1 dx? X. Minus 2 over 256 is 1 over 128. Integral of cosine, that is what, guys? Sine, huh? Plus 1 over 256 times 1/2, that is 1 over 512. Integral of 1 dx is x. Plus cosine 2x. Maglalagay ng 2, balance by 1/2. So it is now 1 over 512. Kanina 512. Naglagay ng 2 times 1/2. 10. Ano yung 512 times 2? Guys, ano yung 512 times 2? 1024? Sine 2x. O, tapos na tayo here. Last copy. Ayan, malapit na. Sine to the 5th 1/2 x. And then plus, this is the last transformation, I think. Last na tong transformation na yan. Integral of 1 minus cosine double the angle all over 2 dx. And this is now ready for integration, the last integral. That is u to the n plus 1 over n plus 1. So sine cubed over 3. Mayroon pang isang integral. 1 over 256 plus 1 over 512. 1 divided by 256 plus 1 divided by 512. And that is 3 over 512x minus, ito pwedeng i-combine. So we're done with this. 1 divided by 10, 24 minus 1 divided by 128. Guys, am I correct, guys? Pwede ba siyang i-combine? Hindi. Hindi pala, sorry. Can't be combined. Bakit hindi pwede i-combine? Guys, I'm carried away. Because they are not similar terms, no? Ito, dana tayo rito, no? 10, 24, sine what, guys? Okay, guys.
2x po.
Yan. Plus 1 over 80, sine to the 5th, 1/2 x. Then finally, dito na lang, ito na yung last na, 1 over, this is 1024, x minus, anong integral ng cosine? Maglalagay ng 2, balance by 1/2. So, 1024, 2048. Am I correct, guys? Sine 2x. Am I correct? Guys? Minus 1 over, what is 512 times 3? Let me multiply 5 times 3. 3 times 512. 1536. 1536. Yan. Ito madaling chikan eh. Naku, puro mali. Yan. Hindi, meron pang pwede i-combine. Finally, let's now go to the final answer. So 3 over 512 times x, pwede yung i-combine here. What is the sum? 3 divided by 512 plus 1 divided by 1024. 7, 1024 over 1024. 7 over 1024x minus, tapos na tayo dito. Ito, 1 over 120. Wala na bang linear x? Sin x, I mean. 124 sin x. And then what about this? So, tapos na tayo here. Tsaka ito. Ito pareho. 1 over 10 to 24 minus 1 over 20, 48. That is equal to what, guys? Plus, magiging plus, no? Yan. Plus 1 over 10, 24. Sine 2x. Okay, guys? O, mali. 2048. 1 divided by 1024 minus 1 divided by 2048 magiging positive 1 over 2048. Yan ako. Malapit na mag-time. Yan, tama beating the deadline. 1 over 80 sine to the pi to the fifth of 1/2 x. Tapos done here. Okay, finally, final term. 1 over 1536 sine cubed yan, x. Okay, guys? Oh, guys. Oh, that's it. Oh, any question with this? O ano na kayo? Nalasing kayo sa problem? O talagang ganyan, wala akong magagawa. That's what transformation is. Integration by trigonometric transformation. A question, guys?
None po, sir.
Okay. So we'll continue next meeting for the rest. Yan, medyo mas madadali na para lang case 1 yung next cases. Kaya lang, there are so many cases that you have to be familiar with. Medyo nakakalito. No? So I will be giving you a group quiz for this. Yan ha? So what do you want me to do? To group you or you will be the one to group yourselves, guys?
Group selves na lang po.
Pwede pala hindi quiz to, ano, sa activity, group activity. Kasi sa quiz naman, hindi naman lahat binibigay yan. We just choose from the cases. Swertihan kung ano yung matanong sa quiz. Okay? Yan. Hi guys. Is this clear now, guys?
Yes po.
Okay. So sa activity, I'll be giving you group activity pagdating dito. Mga, how many? 25 kayo eh. Mga 5 members for every group. Pag kayo 26, mga may 5, may 4 siguro. Okay? Yan. Ay, yung mga nagpapakopya ha, nako, para sa solution. Pag assignment, okay lang, magtanungan, magtulungan. Basta hanggat maaari. Kasi ang assignment, ang purpose, for you to understand. Pero yung quiz, ay, nako, ang daming, don't forget for your attendance ha. Ang daming nagkokopyahan. Madidiu kayo niya. Pag nadiu pa naman na disciplinary office, cheating is a major offense. Nako, baka hindi na ma-issuehan ng good moral